It's Friday, so you know what that means. Oreo! I'm sorry, I don't know what got into me. Life. The concept of it is so simple. We're conceived, we're born, we live, we die. But the fine lines of all of that are very complex. Oh well. Anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about awkward moments. It's part of life. We all have to deal with it. But what classifies as an awkward moment? How do you create an awkward moment? Can you create an awkward moment? Or is it something that just happens that you can't control? Well, that's what I'm going to be addressing today. So how do we define what an awkward moment is? Well, an awkward moment is an unexpected moment that tends to be embarrassing, uncomfortable, and it goes against the flow of the norm. So use that as your guideline. I have taken you through the description and the definition of what an awkward moment is. So, what's next? Well, let's get some examples. One place where awkward moments occur is at four-way stops. Picture this. You're in your car, driving along, and you get to a four-way stop. Now, most occasions, you're going to be the only person at the four-way stop. But on this particular day, it just so happens that there are three other cars that come to the stop sign at the same time you do. The big question is, who goes first? Generally, when you're at a stop sign, you're going to encounter three different types of people. Now, the first type of person is the person that's extremely passive and tries to direct traffic. Oh no, you go, then you go, then you go, I'll go last. Like he's some type of good Samaritan. Who put you in charge? Come on, just go through. What are you doing? He disrupts traffic. This person will do it even if he is the first person at the stop sign. He'll go there first and he'll just sit there and wait for everybody else to arrive. So then he can feel good about himself. Like, yeah, you go, you go. This guy. And you know what really sucks is if you're behind that person. Ain't nobody got time for that. Second type of person that you encounter is a person that's been through too many of these awkward moments. He's been to so many stop signs where everybody stops at the same time and you can tell it because he does a New York stop and plows right through. Dang, where he going so fast? He gets right up to the line and just as he stops, he just goes right through. Forget you, and you. Y'all are gonna make me late. Now, I guess that makes sense, and that's kind of a good thing because then you have one less person to worry about in the whole stop sign rotation. But it's still kind of risky because you have to worry about cops. Then you have to worry about whether or not somebody else at the stop sign is going to be like that. Because if you have two people like that, at the stop sign, oh shoot, that's going to be a really bad day, especially for you because then you won't be able to go to the stop sign because there's a car accident in the middle of it. The third type of person that you encounter in these type of situations is a person that's half and half, and that's the worst type of person. That's the person that you just want to. This person is the person that appears nice and then plows right through. You get up to the stop sign, and he gets there the same time as you. He says, "You go." So then you're like, "Oh, you're sure?" So then you hesitantly start going because you never want to just like take off because somebody else might have some weird idea. The whole object of it is to get through the four-way stop safely and without any harm or damage done to your car. So you go through hesitantly, but you start moving. And then as you start moving, he starts moving as well. Really though? You just told me to go. You just told me to go. Can I go? Can I go? No, oh, you want to go? Okay, you go. But as you say he goes, he stops too. So then you're both stopped, and you're both like go with a whole back and forth. No, you go. No, you go. Dog. You see this right here? You go. But he doesn't go. So you're like, all right, fine, I'll go. But apparently he decides that he wants to go the same time as you. Like this is some Simon Says. Ain't nobody got time for that. So then while he's going, you start going, then you have to stop again because you're about to hit him. It can be a really messy situation. Proceed with caution. So that's stop signs. Awkward moment number 2. Domestic disputes. The second awkward moment happens when you're at your friend's house. It could be a girl or a boy, it doesn't really matter. And their parents are there and they get into an argument, a verbal altercation, and you're caught in the middle of it. Really? You're only there to, hang out. You want to, eat, watch TV, play video games if you're a guy, or maybe girls. I don't know what you guys are into these days. Talk, gossip, whatever. Or maybe you're planning to go out for the evening, or it may not even be their parents. Now, like in some cases, it can be their girlfriend or something like that. You want to leave to get out of the situation, but you don't want to be like bailing on them. Especially if you were planning to go out to eat or something. It can get extremely awkward. This is weird. This is so weird. What happens to me usually is that the parents want to involve me in it. Oh, Roy, what would you do in a situation? Roy, do you talk to your parents like that? I mean, no. But then if I say no and I'm gonna make my friend look bad, and that can't happen. Bros, before it just gets really, really off. They'll be talking and then yelling at each other. I'm just like, it's necessary for you to do this now. All right. Maybe you can try to go outside. And then when the fight dies down, everybody is like muttering things under their breath. You're just hoping and praying that nobody retaliates. All you need is a little mumble, and then somebody says, "What'd you say?" "Yeah, exactly. I bet you won't say it in my face." That's the spark you need. You just hope and pray that it does not ignite. Please do not say anything. Please, 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 please. You feel cold. Please. You feel alone. The worst part is when they try to involve you in it. Like, I'm not in this. I'm not in this. Nope. Do not involve me in this. Actually, you know what? Look at the time. Would you look at the time? I think it's time for me to go. Haha. Deuces. Awkward moment number 3. So you go to church, you're the new person on the block. You maybe know a couple of people at the church, but you really don't have your group or clique. It's after church, and then everybody kind of goes off to their own clique, and then you're just left standing there. That's really awkward because you're just standing there. You're like, should I leave? You don't want to like embarge on people because that person is annoying. And that's the type of person nobody wants to talk to. The most proactive thing that people do nowadays is they just pull out their phone. What I used to do is I would just like get my phone and pretend I was talking to people on the phone. And then that sets you up for another awkward moment because suppose your phone is on, then your phone rings, and then everybody realizes you're just some type of creepy weird person that pretends to have phone conversations. Yeah, that can get really awkward really fast. So before I wrap this up, I'm going to give you 2 examples of awkward moments that have happened to me personally. One of them I created, and the second one I had no control over whatsoever. The first example of the awkward moment was the one that I created. It was youth Sabbath, and we were all getting ready to eat. Now, we were all waiting for the food, as everybody does after church. You know, they never have the food ready on time. We always have to wait. Patience is a virtue, they say, but not when it comes to food. So we're all waiting, and, you know, the kids and me and everybody else are at our tables, you know, talking. There was this one girl, she had, you know, been going to other churches and visiting. She was sitting at my table with the rest of my friends, and then one of the youth leaders, you know, he was walking around and he sees her, and so he comes over to our table and, you know, they start chatting. It dawned on me that this is a perfect opportunity to create an awkward moment. So I seize the opportunity. I just tap her on her shoulder, you know, politely and say, you do know he's married, right? The look on her face was priceless. She was in utter and complete shock. She was blushing. My youth leader, he was looking extremely sheepish. Epic moment. I don't think I'll ever forget it. And if I could do it all over again, as also I am the creator of awkward moments, I am also the victim of awkward moments. My mom was in charge of the church choir back in Texas. And because I was in the adult choir, you know, you had to have a higher level of maturity, which I did not have. I had one other friend. He was around my age, and he was in the adult choir as well. And so, you know, we were laughing and making jokes. She stopped everybody from singing. She walked over to me, grabbed my ear. She walked me from the front of the sanctuary all the way to the back, embarrassing people seeing this. And like, you know, I had like I had an image to uphold, but this ear pulling incident just shattered it. I was crying because it did not feel nice. My mom was hardcore. She's extremely hardcore. So this is where the awkward moment occurs. After she finished dragging me outside by my ear, and my ear was really red and it was really hot. You know, you don't understand. I'm black. Imagine what type of force she was using on my ear. She was like, now you need to go back inside. I don't want to hear anything from you. My eyes were red, my ear was red, and I was doing like the thing when you finish crying, like, I had to go back inside past everybody like that. And I had to continue singing. So that was the awkward moment because everybody had to continue and act like nothing had happened. That was one of the worst Sabbaths ever. So, at the end of the day, we all go through awkward moments. Everybody has them. It's a part of life. It's just about how you deal with it, how you cope with it. If you're chill like me, you'll be able to handle it easily. But if you're not, I feel bad for you, son. I've got 99 problems, but awkward moments ain't one. I'm out.